Hey, what's going on, guys? Benny Childs, founder of the Teach Me to Fish Your Fakes trading community, back with another bias video. This time we're looking at NAS100 using the OANDA data. So I guess I'm going to kind of give a overall bias on NAS100. I pushed out to the monthly time frame just to kind of get a better visual on where I want to put my weekly fib at. So I'm looking at this last push from this candle. It's for March of 2023 up until July of 2023. All right, so this is my overall fib. I'm basically looking for discount, right? Because we clearly broke or made a market structure shift here. Let's see if I can make this visual good for you guys. So this would be a market structure shift there in orange, and let's just make the text black. All right, so I'll lock that in. So we made a market structure shift here for the month of May here in 2023. All right, you can obviously see where we swept liquidity. We swept sell side liquidity here. All right, as well as tapping into, and I'll get all this erased. I don't mean to be convoluting the screen, but you can see where we tapped into that monthly FVG. All right, we tapped into the consequent encroachment of that FVG, and then we pushed up. We had our market structure shift there. All right, so now we're getting a pullback because all we've done was delivered buy side. So we kind of, the market or the algorithm took off, so it has to rebalance into discount to allow for the buy orders, or rather, the way that I explain it, to allow for the institutions to close their sell orders, right? Which in turn allows them to get in for buys. So ICT teaches us to always look for a discount, right? Because we want to be able to buy in discount and sell in premium, right? Buy low, sell high. So that's that, right? So I'm thinking, so that's that. So if we take a look, there's really nothing to show here on the monthly, other than this order block right here, which was for the month of February of this year. But if we take a look at the weekly, typically once external liquidity has been taken, you want to look for internal liquidity for your buys. Okay, so if we look here on the weekly at this red line right here, the 50%, all right, we see below that we have a FVG, all right, and the price action is much cleaner or much visible to my eye here on NAS, which the top 3 markets that we trade here in the US indice markets, S&P 500, Dow, and the NAS or QQQ, they pretty much track along one another. But if we take a look now, we see that there is a fair value gap here, right around here, below the 50%. So that is my overall draw on liquidity. Now, if we will actually get an OTE set up, I don't know, but we can mark out this low here that is within OTE. So let's just go ahead and mark that as another draw on liquidity that price could come back to. All right. So let's get into the top part here, the more recent price action. The more recent price action. So if we take a look at the more recent price action, just trading the simple bias, we see that this candle right here, Monday, August 14th, 2023, it swept this low, and it also respected this FVG right here, right? So one thing at a time, it swept this low. All right, so the next thing you would expect, since it swept this low, for it to go to the next low, right? The next swing low would be here, okay, at 12,727.2. All right, it could go there, but it could not. Okay, now if we look at it as the previous week right here on this candle, Monday, August 7th, all right, it broke below this low here. So our next target would be the low of the candle that broke the previous candle's low, which is 14,552.8. And now we see that it's taking its time, right? We had a market structure shift here when the week of Monday, August 14th, broke the low of Monday, August 10th, or this swing low right here. All right, so that is a market structure shift. So we typically look for it to pull back into some type of inefficiency. And I think I see okay, no, I thought I saw a volume imbalance. All right. But if we come here, we do have, I wouldn't necessarily call this an order block, right? But we do have this supply right here, okay, that it could tap into. I apologize. All right, so it could tap into this supply. All right. I really don't too much believe that it'll do that, but it could. All right, so the next thing I wanted to do is, if we drop down to the daily, all right, what do we see? We see Friday, August 25th, swept Thursday, August 24th low, but it closed above the low, right? So on the daily, my draw on liquidity would be here. Let's see, do I have a daily buy side? Yeah. All right, my draw on liquidity would be here, as well as this swing right here. I apologize, I passed it. All right, we'll lock this in as well. Okay, so those are my draws on liquidity. All right, so since I am bearish for the week, that plays out for me. All right, I think that works for me, because I guess I'm always looking at I think they call it the classic weekly profile, which is Monday, Tuesday, a part of Wednesday, will trend in a particular direction, in this case bullishly, all right, and then reverse sometime on Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday, but again, classic sometime on Wednesday, right? So yeah, I would want to see Monday push up, right? And maybe, you know, tap into this low. It could come up here and completely fill in this fair value gap that has already been mitigated, which would line up with the supply candle that I showed you guys on the weekly. Okay. So if we drop down to the 4 hour, all right, you guys can see what I did here with the 4 hour. I marked out the fair value gap on the 4 hour. We can clearly see that we have a market structure shift on the 4 hour. So just like the classic ICT 2022 mentorship entry, right? We have a sweep of liquidity here, but I'm sure if we look further left, we have a sweep of liquidity right here for Monday, August 14th at 9 p.m. right? So we had that sweep of liquidity, and we also failed to take out the buy side liquidity of Thursday, August 10th, 9 a.m. candle. All right. So we have a classic market structure shift here on the 4 hour. Would love to see it to come back at least to the consequent encroachment of that fair value gap. But if we keep looking up, we see that we have a BPR here. All right. We have a BPR right here. So essentially, I would want to see the 4 hour on the NAS100 to trade up into 15,163. All right, so that's what I'm expecting for the week. I'm expecting or hoping for it to retrace back into or past 15,163 and then head lower for our or my weekly draw on liquidity. So I think I'm going to trade NAS this week. I'm not 100% certain. I need to go back and redo my chart for the S&P 500. Simply I just want to go on the monthly and see where the most recent push up was so I could apply my fib to it. So all right, guys, that's pretty much it. I just want to share my bias on my weekly bias on NAS100 as well as my Monday bias. So overall weekly, I am bearish. All right, would love to see that bearish forecast played out this week, but sometimes it can happen over a couple of weeks. So again, that's my bias. I'm bearish for the week, but going into Monday, I will be bullish. I'm taking silver bullet trades, so I'll be looking for the 15-minute to be bullish, and I'll be looking to take 3 or 5 minute fair value gaps, busy fair value gaps. So that is it, guys. I hope this video is helpful. Man, pray for me as I pray for you, because I know trading is tough, you know. So yeah, just comment below and let's have a conversation, help each other out. I appreciate you guys. If you don't mind, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll do my best to provide more videos that will help my reach. All right, guys. Hope you have a good one. Bye.